Welcome back to Stay Motivated. This is Jose. Like and subscribe if you're new. And by now, if you've been watching my episodes, you know I'm a huge fan of the two-strokes. And last summer, I taught my wife how to ride a two-stroke on a blaster I kind of keep up there, so I'll probably bring that down. And ever since then, she's caught the fever, and she's always been telling me, like, you know, she wants me to bring that blaster down. She'd like one of her own. So here we go. Picked it up yesterday. She's not too bad. I got a nice deal on it, so needs some work. She's kind of rough, but here she is. I'm excited for this build because I don't know if you guys know, but I like tinkering with things. I like polishing them up. It's got the original Mikuni carb. I'm not sure what's going on with this. So this might be the OEM pipe. So the good thing is she has hers, I have mine. I haven't turned it on yet, so I'm a little The reason I haven't turned it on is because when I was over there, it hasn't been turned on in a while. So what I'm gonna do is drain the gas. I'm gonna wash it because it's been sitting out for a little bit. Make sure everything's looking decent, you know, go through it. But for the most part, man, she's all there. Bring the plastics back up. I started doing a little bit last night, a little bit of work, so at least there's some hope for her yet. She has the cover, which is super rare. The tires are dry rotted, but they're holding air till as of now, so that's a good thing. She looks good next to the YZ. So I don't know what we're gonna call her yet, so that'll be up to my wife. See what name we come up for her. So right now I'm gonna take her outside, wash it down, and I'm showing you guys a little before, after. She got the guards too. That's rare. Most time everything's chopped up. All right. Should have 4, but we got 2. It's all right. At least they're on there, and at least it has a box. You know what's nice about these blasters? You got a nice little pocket. It's probably for the battery or something else. Oh, and if I'm not mistaken, I think this is a uni air filter. Most uni air filters are red. I see some stuff down there. I don't know if it's intake oil. It's a little dirty. A lot dirty. Cleaned the shock. So I'm excited, man. This is the type of stuff I like to do. Bring it back to life. The key, everything's still decent, you know. Definitely a project. These hoses are dry. Spark plug, I checked it last night. It's still good. I put a little electric grease on the spark plug. Kind of helps the contact. I don't know what this is. We'll figure this out eventually. Maybe for the headlight or something. Needs a roller. Before I haven't turned it on, mainly because I want to drain the oil out of this. I want to flush this out. It has, so it turns over decent. I was kicking it a couple times yesterday, so compression's there. The rear brake needs to be adjusted. Feels like. Another thing I noticed, these where you grease the control arms, these are the nipples, you kind of connect it, grease them up. I'm gonna have to go through that, probably take these all out, double check this. This has a wire. This should not have a wire, it should have a pin. So little knickknacks, nothing crazy. Beehive. And then we'll eventually take all the plastic covers. I just want to wash it first, get all the grime, all the junk. I like washing my machines before I work on them. That way I have a clean workspace. And and we're probably gonna have to do something about this thing. I think this has to do with the torque system. So on my blaster, they removed all this and it has a different cap. So that's another project. Probably add some V-force or some Boyensen. All right, guys, I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna roll this outside. All right, guys, I'm back. Got her all cleaned up. Get a sneak peek. Got all the mud, grease. She cleaned up nice. So next thing I'm gonna do is start heating up the plastic and start bringing in some color to them. The white, when it's white like this, is from a hard flex. The color doesn't really come back all the way. It's just mostly when it's like sun faded. So I started hitting it up right here. It gives you an idea. It actually brings a little bit of the reflection back, and then once you put the SC1 gloss over it, it brings an amazing shine. So that's that'll be a future, probably future video. Warm up the plastics. I'm hoping to give it a nice look like this. This is under the seat, so if I could get it on this to look like this slightly, or at least a deeper blue, I'd be happy. Check the air filter. Look how gross this is. Look, I was just cleaning this inside. This looked like that, so air filter falling apart. So we're gonna order one. I like, if you haven't tried them, I think it's a funnel web filter. Looks like a yellow, has a spider on it as an emblem, and looks pretty good. Clean the muffler real good out. I'll probably take this apart, repack it eventually. Gotta repaint the frame. Got a big project, so I'll be making videos of all this stuff so you guys can follow on the journey of me putting this back together. I like how they did this. This looks smooth because you can't see it on the other side. That's slick. I don't know how they did that. It's something I gotta learn. So I haven't started it yet for the simple reason that it's been sitting for a while. I have kicked it over just a little bit just to make sure that there's compression and it feels decent. I'm gonna check the oil, the levels down here. So I'm gonna just drain whatever's in it. Put what I know. I like Yamalube 1040. That's what I like. It's JASO, J-A-S-O approved, wet clutch approved. And so if you're interested on how I clean this, you know, shoot me a comment. I'll write back quick. I'm gonna switch the grips out. These are disgusting. And that's about it. Stripping her down right now. What I'm gonna do, empty out the tank, make sure there's nothing in there. Bolt right here, 10 millimeter. I like doing this thing. I like cleaning. You guys are probably wondering why I'm cleaning it, and I like cleaning my projects before I work on them. That way I have a clean workstation. It's just that much nicer when everything's clean when you're working. Giving it the first sip of fuel. What I'm gonna do right now, put some fresh fuel in it, and I'm just gonna flush the carburetor out. There's a screw at the bottom. This screw right here drains this. This is the drain carb. So you open this, it pulls out. So this is all clean. I don't know what's in here. It's dry. So as of right now, because it's been sitting, so what I did was I just dumped the gas that was in here. I don't know how long it's been, if it's got moisture or anything. So right now what I'm gonna do is turn this to the reserve valve. Hopefully that was enough gas to kind of pick it up. So let's go. And jerk knife. That's good. So Now that that's here, I'm gonna give it a little bit for the bowl to kind of work. Oh, and it's pouring. Oh, crap. Damn it. All right, guys. Got the carburetor cleaned out. If you want me to make a video on one of, the process of how to clean the carburetor, the bowl and stuff like that, clean the pilot jet, the main jet, put some fresh gas in it, started pouring straight out, which was to be expected. I was fingers crossed, but when you leave one of these sitting, or any dirt bike, four-wheeler, the ethanol starts breaking down through the gas as the gas evaporates, and it starts leaving a little green, it's just weird, it almost looks like Play-Doh inside the bowl. So it's necessary to clean them out. You can't just drain it. I tried to drain it and it was no luck. You're just wasting fuel. So take it apart carefully, and I figured I'd do a cold start crank. I haven't turned this on yet. The spark plug's good. Just put oil. The reason that's there is just in case it starts dumping gas out of the carburetor. I'm excited. Fingers are crossed. I hope we got lucky on this bad boy and it starts up. So let's see what happens. That's good. Choke. Always never forget the plug. This up way. We got something. Half choke. I almost feel like turning it around. Let's see. Let me see if it'll give it to me. Turn it. Maybe that's what's wrong. Nice. Grab the helmet. You already know we got a test rider. Got no rear brakes, so I gotta be careful.
She ran out of gas.
Like and subscribe. This is Jose. And stay tuned for another episode of Stay Motivated.